Hello guys, and welcome back to my page on my channel. We are still today June 10, 2014, and I am going to review for you The Other Queen by Philippa Gregory. Remember when I did the last video, I mentioned to you guys that I was reading her book, and I was through with it, and I felt like I really wanted to come and review it. I recorded a previous video recording this novel, but I didn't really like what I was saying because I felt like I was giving away the entire story, and I wasn't really satisfied with that previous recording, so I decided to come back and actually do a second recording for you. When it comes to this author right here, I really enjoy reading her novels. Like, it doesn't have to be, anything that she writes, I really enjoy writing her. Why? Because when you read Philippa, you have the notion that you are in fact traveling back with her to those times. You have the impression and the notion that you are right there with her, like you actually live in the moment. Her characters are always she always have that life in her character. She always have, like, it's as if you can hear the character talks, or you can be in the character's a strain of thoughts. Like, everything is just put together so well. This book is written, the English is pretty good, so if it's not some harsh words that you are going to have to go ahead and pick up your dictionary to do that. So there's a lot of sceneries in it. There's great sceneries for your imagination. She really goes into details as describing the moment, the time. Her characters are put into to life. The whole narration, the way she goes into it, the way it's written, it's as if it's every character. There's different characters in this book. I believe all in total, there's different people who come into place too for the whole book in terms of characters. But the main characters are about like 5 to 6 people. So in great details, it gives you the story of the Queen of Scotland, Mary Stuart, who was going through some type of problem back in Scotland when she was queen, and she went to England for her cousin Elizabeth to give her like security and send her back to Scotland and all of that. And Elizabeth actually ended up keeping her captives in England for, I believe, more than 16 years. And through those whole years, the story goes that she is plotting her escape, with different people coming into mind, people who wants to rise in succession, people who wants to see her succeed, because they know that if she becomes Queen of Scotland, then there's something in it for them. It also gives you the whole perception that Elizabeth as a queen, she governed England back in those days as a sovereign. She was not married. I truly believe that they called her back then the Virgin Queen, and she was advised by Cecile, who was a Protestant. Back in those days, England was divided between Protestant and Catholics, and Cecile was someone who he wasn't nobility. Back in those days, your title, sometimes it wasn't that you had to be born with the title, meaning your great grandparents had to be nobility blood to be considered that. And that was the whole custom with the Catholic, whereas a Protestant, sometimes they buy their title being a duke, a countess, and all of that. They would buy those titles. So England was really divided in this era. Philippa Gregory really brings all of that together. She gives you a nice perspective for, let's say, if you never visited England, which I've never visited England, well, not yet. But I always feel as if I know the country. I always feel as if I'm right there with the characters. I'm living the moment, and I really enjoy reading this book. And I think that this is a great novel. It's really old. I bought it in 2008. So probably if you're watching this video, you might already have read it. If you have not, if you've never read Philippa Gregory, I really strongly believe that you should pick one of her book out. She's very fun. You are really going to find yourself enjoying her novels. You are going to be back in those times and those eras. Those was like years ago, but you are going to be able to see how things were, you know, how people succeed back in those days, and how people really, you know, things always happen. So it's a nice book, and I encourage you to go ahead and pick it up, and you know, let me know what you think about it. If you do end up reading it, maybe you might just want to do a review as well, or maybe you just might to blog about it. You can visit her website. I believe it's www.philippagregory.com, and you can see the other novels that she has. She has endless, and my entire favorite novels from her are really the Tudor era and the Lancaster era, the Red Rose and the White Rose. Those are my favorite books from her. So yeah, I hope you like this review, and I hope I did a good job talking about the book to you. Okay, see you soon. Bye.